Hey everybody, it's me again. I just wanted to show y'all I got a yarn haul today. This is my Premier yarn box that I ordered a couple of weeks ago. I have a pattern test that I got to start working on with Beth with Scarlet Garden Crochet, and I'm needing some of this yarn for that. And then next week I'll start on another pattern test that I'm doing for Delon again with Lauren Crochets for a frog. So, I forgot to mention that the one for Beth is for a bee bear. So that's what I'm fixing to work on. Let me open this box and show y'all what all I got from Premier. So Premier had a little sale going on, and I was needing yarn, and I had made a couple of sales at the coffee house. And so I told my husband, I said, I'm just going to buy the yarn that I need with that money. And so he said, okay. So Premier had a little sale where you could get 3 in a pack. It's the bag of 3. Yeah, so it's the bag of 3 in a pack. And I got this one. And I got some gray that I was out of. This one here is, I think it's the steel cut oats. Yeah, the steel cut oats. So I've got the steel cut oats. This one is actually called fog, but it's gray. And then this is bubblegum. So I got them 3. And then I needed some darker brown. So this is Pebble. This is with the new Mama Made Minis. And so this is the only ones that I bought from the Mama Made Minis. It was the Pebble color. They were out of a lot of stuff when I went to order from them. So I really couldn't get a whole lot from the Mama Made Mini side. But that's okay. This is the one that I was really needing anyway. The Steel Cut Oats. I use this yarn so much because it's a lightish color brown and like a light tan, and it works really good for like teddy bears, bunnies, and stuff like that. So I'd use this a whole lot. So, and I can't remember, I want to say that it was 3 for like $9.99 or something like that. I believe that's what it was. 3 for $9.99. It didn't come, I was looking in here, it didn't come with there's not a packing slip in there. So normally it doesn't come with a packing slip anyway, I don't think. But anyway, I believe that's what it was. And then I think the Mama Made Minis was either $4.99 or $5.99. I can't remember. It's been a couple of weeks since I ordered it. But that's why I only got 2 of them. So, hey y'all, it's me again. So I started working on Una the unicorn, and I've got the head done, and I found these little eyes, and they're clear. So this is where I've gotten with Una the unicorn. Hey y'all, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. This is Elisa with Elisa Dones Crochet, and this morning I am working on market makes. So I got a really good surprise announcement, I guess you would say. I got offered the chance to do a local market again right here in my hometown. It is a farmer's market, and it's going to be Saturday, May the 16th. And the booth fee is only $25, which is amazing, you know. So I normally do this market in November. That is normally the only time that they have this market. But our Civics Club is offering to do a few more markets during the year because they're trying to raise the money for a new playground here in my local town. So today what I'm wanting to work on is loaf kitties, because I asked my crochet group friends what is their best market sellers, and one of the items they said was the smaller loaf kitties. So today I'm going to see how many loaf kitties I can get done today. I am working with the pattern from Delon with Lauren Crochets. It is her free Charlie the Kitty loaf cat. And so let me show y'all some yarn colors that I'm wanting to use. So I have this variegated black, white, and gray. And they said that black and sunshine yellow mystical is their best sellers. So I don't have any of the sunshine mystical, but I do have this black here. So I'm going to try to do one out of that also. And then I still have some of this orange left over from where I did my fox and my dragon. So I'm going to do a loaf kitty out of that. And then I have this variegated yarn that is the silver steel, I think it is. And it is a variegated Bernat blanket yarn as well. And then I have this yarn here. I think it's like dried flowers or something like that from Bernat. And then I have this yarn here, and I can't never think of the name of this, but it's also a Bernat. So everything that I'm working with is Bernat. And then I have just a little bit of this left, and I think I can get at least one loaf kitty out of this. And I think these will all make great kitties. If I can get at least one of each, that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if I can get some of that mystical sunshine, I might make a couple more kitties out of that. But we'll see how this goes. And I'm just gonna jump into making them and just see how many that I can get done today. I'm going to start with this one since it is the smallest yarn ball. Also, this is what I have got done on the Una unicorn. So I've got the head, the body, both the legs, and I've got the top mane and the bottom mane. All I've got to do is work in all of this yarn. And then once my other yarn comes in of this color, I can finish the legs, and I can also do the arms. So I'm waiting on that. And then the other thing that I'm wanting to make for my market is axolotls. They say axolotls sell really good. I actually have 3 axolotl patterns. I have a free pattern. I'll probably do like maybe some $5 or $6 items, maybe $8 or $10 items, and then maybe $15 and then 20 and up. So that's usually what I normally do, and I may even offer some $18 items as well. It just really depends. So on this Charlie the Kitty, I'm gonna time myself, see how long it takes me to make one of them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. It's 9:49 right now. y'all, it's Elisa Dawn again. So I just wanted to show y'all my finished Una unicorn. Isn't she just stunning? She is gorgeous. She is so beautiful. I love how her mane turned out. It is so different from the other manes of different unicorns that I have seen and I have made. I especially love this right here. Just the way that she has you to do this. I just think this is more like a horse's mane or like a unicorn's mane. I absolutely love it. And so she turned out really pretty. Really, really pretty. She's a lot bigger than what I thought she would be too. I mean, she's a pretty good size. So I normally put $40 on my my big snugglers like this. But with all the work that I had to do to this unicorn, I think I will put either 45 or 50 on her, because y'all, this was a lot of work for me. And so the others were a lot of work too, don't get me wrong, but this unicorn, I mean, she was so much fun to make, but she has a lot of details. So I think I'm going to charge either 45 or 50 on her. And then it took me about 45-50 minutes to get one loaf cat done, but that's because I think it's because I had never done the pattern before. Now I'm out of my little safety eyes, and I am ordering them. I have not ordered them, but I am planning on ordering them this week because I've gotten my check from the coffee house and it wasn't that much. I think I made like $112, which was great, you know, but I can still buy supplies. So that's what I used to buy that Premier yarn with. And so I think that costed me close to $50 for that Premier yarn. And then I'm going to use the rest of it to buy some more yarn. I'm out of white and I'm out of black, so I'm going to get that in safety eyes, and then my monies will probably be gone again. But that's okay. That's okay. So I have a market that I am preparing for, and it's a farmer's market. It's going to be May the 9th here in my community, and I'm so excited about that. I really hope that I'm able to do a little bit with that. My sister and my husband and family have agreed they would help me. I know the market I did in November, I was only able to go and set for like 15-20 minutes, sometimes only 10 minutes, and I would have to come home and lay down for an hour or so, and then I would go back. And so mainly my sister and my mother ran that market for me. So this market, hopefully I will be able to stay a little bit longer, maybe 20 or 30 minutes at a time before having to come home and lay down. So I'm trying to get some more smallish makes, because I really don't have a lot of smaller makes, because I've not did any more markets since then. I've just been making plushies and things for the coffee house. So I got this one little mini Charlie the Kitty Loaf Cat made, and then I got this Charlie the Kitty Loaf Cat. The only thing that I have got to do to these two is embroider the face. And like I said, I had gotten so dizzy the other day, so I had to quit. I couldn't work on them anymore. I got part of this one made, and so I'm gonna finish working on it today. And like I said, I'm out of my black. I may have enough black to do one of these loaf kitties because they are pretty tiny. So I know they look, different size. It's because of their different yarns and because of the tension, and I used a different hook. So on this one here, I used a 6.5, and on this one, I used a 7, and my size 6 hook broke, so I wasn't able to use that hook. So I had a Boyer metal 6.5 hook that I was using, but I lost it. So now I'm having to use my 7 hook, which I really didn't want to do because I didn't really want these loaf cats to be this big. So I was able to use a 6.5 on this loaf kitty, but then when I got to making this one, like I said, I had already lost that hook, so I had to use a 7 on this kitty. So the white one, this one here, I'm having to use a 7. As you can tell, it'll be big like this terracotta, but that's okay. That's okay. I mean, cats are all different sizes anyway. They don't all have to be the same size. I'm still probably going to charge about $15 each for them. I think that is a great price for these, is $15. So I'm going to be working on this, and I'm going to try to get it, have at least 6, maybe even 7 of these life cats done, and then I need to move on working with something else. So this is what my husband just handed me. Of course, y'all see Brownie's wanting to know what I've got as usual. So that's what I'm going to be working on, is market makes. I don't know if I will get any more of them done before the ending of this video. If I do, I'll come back on here and show y'all, but if not, I'll see y'all next week. Talk to y'all later. Okay, y'all, I'm back again. So I think I've got the cat's faces finished. This is this little cat here. I gave him a nose and whiskers, then I gave him sleepy eyes, then I gave him some little side whiskers over here as well. Because cats and dogs, they have multiple pairs of little whiskers. So I think this little cat turned out cute. I didn't do the X back here. I just left that off. And then this is this little cat here. I gave it some little sleepy eyes, nose and whiskers. And then, like I said, this little cat here, I gave him the little blue eyes, and I did the nose and the little whiskers on the side. And so these are the life cats that I made. Again, these little cats is the pattern Charlie Kitten. It's a free pattern on Instagram by Delon with Lauren.crochet. And so they turned out so cute. So hopefully next week, or you know, I can make a few more of these life cats, but I need to move on to something else because I've got a total of 5 cats with the 2 bigger cats. I wanted to make more of these, and I hopefully next week we'll get to, but I do have some more things on my list that I'm really wanting to get to work on for this market. So I have just you know, I don't hardly I have a bunch of bigger makes. I don't hardly have a lot of smaller makes. So I'm trying to, you know, do some smaller makes. I have a couple of axolotls that I want to make because everybody says axolotls sell real good. So I don't know, because I've never tried to sell axolotls before. So I don't know how well they'll do in my area. But I do know that because my my nephew Ethan, and he wanted me to give a shout out to him. So shout out to you, Ethan. I love you. He plays Minecraft, and they say that Minecraft has axolotls in them. So kids generally, they like these video games. I'm not all in the video game. I have no idea what video games are, what's in those video games, because I don't play them. I have no idea. So my husband, he monitors all that stuff. So anyway, I do want to show y'all this pattern test that I had to do. So I had to do a pattern test for Beth with Scarlet Garden Crochet. And I don't know if y'all remember this little bear, but this was a modification to that bear. It's a bee bear. Same pattern. I had to use my size 7 hook, of course. I don't know that I like the pink on her eyes. I may wind up removing that. It just looks kind of weird to me. I don't know. I probably will go ahead and remove the pink, because I just don't like it. But anyway, the eyes are a little crooked too. I don't know. I may wind up redoing them. But I really liked this bear here. And I think one thing too is because I don't have any white on the eyes. So, but anyway, this is the little bee bear pattern that I did. And then this is the other little bear that I had did before. This was her Sakura, the cherry blossom bear. And this, like I said, this was a modification to that bear. It is a bee bear. And like I said, it is a little bit bigger because I used a size 7 hook on this. I think I might have used a 5.5 or a 6 hook on this one. I can't remember because it's been a while since I made this bear here. But I do like this. I think it turned out cute. And I think I may make one more like this to have. So I'll have three of the bears. And I just, you know, I may do it like this and just do the skirt in a different color or something so I can have 3 of these little bears to sell. Let me go ahead and take this pink off her face because, like I said, I don't like it. And it's aggravating me. All I do is I cut it. And then I just take the scissors. And I just hide it. I hide it in the face. You can't even see it. So there's no sense in pulling it out. If I did that, it would pull a lot of the stuffing out because the head is so little. So I'll just do it like that and let that be. So I like it better like this. Because it was a smaller hook on the nose on this, that's why the nose maybe looks a little bit different. I don't know, but it just looks a little bit weird a little bit to me, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm the biggest critic of my market makes, or of any of my plushies or makes, but I do think she is a beautiful little bear. She turned out super cute, and I think that this is gonna be a paid pattern because this one is a paid pattern for Beth, but you can find her on her Instagram. And I think she sells at Etsy. I'm not 100% sure. I will try to link her Instagram so you can find her though. And she should have a link on her Instagram to where to go to get her pattern. So I don't think she is releasing this pattern though until like April the 20th or the 21st. So I'm showing y'all pretty early. Showing y'all pretty early this bear. So it's not going to be out until like the 20th or the 21st. So, but anyway, that's that. Isn't it cute? I love these little bears. They are so cute. And that is everything that I have for y'all this week. I hope y'all enjoyed my video. I'm sorry I did not get to do a video this past Friday because we had my mother-in-law's wake and funeral on Saturday, and she had passed away last week, and we were super busy with, you know, family mourning her death, and we had the kids this weekend, and so it was just a lot, you know, just a week of just trying to comfort one another through this time of grief. So continue to pray for my husband and his family during this time. I know that everybody has an appointment, a time that they will pass from this earth, and that's why that is very important for us to make sure, you know, that we are saved, that we have our heart right with God, that we're living for God, that we're doing our best of our ability to be able to spread the word of God to others. And I do have another YouTube account. If y'all care to go follow that, I do some Bible study, Bible teaching. It's under Apostolic Bible Study with Elisa. It's some really good Bible studies that I do. And like I said before, I love the Lord. Jesus is my everything. I'm going to keep teaching and, you know, living for Jesus the best of my ability. And I want all of my friends to as well. So, but I love you guys. I have held y'all long enough. I hope y'all are having just the greatest time. And we will see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one.